What if I told you that a simple Lincoln penny hiding in your change jar could be worth hundreds, thousands, or even millions of dollars? In this video, we're uncovering the top 3 rarest and most valuable Lincoln pennies ever discovered. Those little copper coins overlooked for years might hold a fortune, coins so extraordinary that collectors, so grab your magnifying glass, this might just make you rich. We're talking about the 1983 D-era copper Lincoln penny, a coin that wasn't supposed to exist yet somehow, a few managed to slip out of the US Mint and into the hands of the lucky few. Just one of these tiny coins, hundreds of thousands, and if a perfect one ever appears, it could hit $1 million or more. Get ready, this is the coin that defied the mint, shocked collectors, and could still be hiding in someone's old penny jar right now. The background: to understand why the 1983 D copper penny is such a big deal, we need to go back 1 year to 1982. For over 2 decades, Lincoln cents were made mostly from 95% copper and 5% zinc. These classic copper pennies had been around since 1909, durable, heavy, and instantly recognizable by that rich reddish color, but by the early 1980s, something unexpected happened. The price of copper skyrocketed. In fact, by 1982, the metal in a single penny was worth more than 1 cent. Auction sales records and values. Now let's get to the exciting part: the money. When these coins started appearing in auctions, collectors went wild. Here are some real sales that made headlines. In 2013, 1983 D copper penny certified by NGC sold $4.15000. Another example in 2017 fetched over $18,000 at heritage auctions, and in 2021, one was estimated to be worth $20,000 to $25,000, depending on grade and color. But here's where it gets even more incredible. Experts believe that if a pristine, mint state red example graded MS67 or higher ever surfaced, it could command $100,000 to $130,000, maybe even $500,000, and if a proof-like specimen or a previously unknown variety appeared, say, a double die on copper, we could be talking close to $1 million or more. That's right, a 1-cent coin that could make you a millionaire. How to identify if you have one? Now, here's what everyone watching wants to know: how can you tell if you have a 1983 D copper penny worth a fortune? Here's a quick step-by-step guide. Check the date and mint mark. The coin must be dated 1983 and have a small d mint mark under the date. Weigh the coin. Use a precise digital scale that measures in grams. That if the coin weighs around 2.5 grams, it's the common zinc version. That if it weighs around 3.11 grams, it could be the rare copper error. Sound test optional. Copper pennies have a distinct ring when dropped on a hard surface, while zinc coins make a dull click. It's not a perfect test, but it can hint at composition differences. Look for surface clues. Copper pennies have a deeper reddish tone and less shine than zinc ones. Get it authenticated. If you believe you have one, send it to PCGS or NGC for professional authentication. Never clean or polish it. That can ruin its collector value. A verified 1983 D copper penny instantly becomes a numismatic treasure worth thousands or more. Why it's so important: the 1983 D copper penny isn't just rare, it's historically significant. It represents a moment of transition in American coinage, the exact point when the mint shifted from copper to zinc. It's a coin that defied production rules, survived the odds, and became a symbol of how even modern coins can hold hidden treasures. For collectors, it's one of those once-in-a-lifetime finds, the kind of coin that changes a person's life forever. Conclusion: so there you have it, the 1983 D copper Lincoln penny, the coin that wasn't supposed to exist, a 1-cent piece that could be worth hundreds, thousands, or even millions of dollars if found in the right condition. From a simple pocket change to a once-in-a-century minting miracle, it proves one thing: even the smallest coin can hide a massive fortune. So the next time you come across a 1983 penny, grab a scale, take a closer look, and who knows, you might be holding one of the rarest coins in US history. We're talking about the 1969 S-era Lincoln penny, one of the most valuable and mysterious era coins ever discovered. So, don't blink, because in this video, we're diving deep into the history, mystery, rare features, and jaw-dropping values of this iconic penny, a coin that can turn an ordinary collector into a millionaire overnight. Stay tuned till the end, because you're about to discover why this tiny copper coin is worth more than its weight in gold. Literally. The background. Let's rewind to 1969, a year of major change in America. Man was landing on the moon, Vietnam was raging, and the US Mint was running at full speed to produce billions of Lincoln cents to keep up with economic demand. But something extraordinary happened that year inside the San Francisco Mint. Among the countless pennies struck, a small number came out with a major minting error, one that would soon shake the coin world to its core. How to identify the 1969 S-era penny? Now, let's get into the details that make this coin so unmistakably valuable. If you think you might have one, here's exactly what to look for: massive doubling on the front, Obverse. The most obvious feature is strong doubling on the inscription's Liberty. The date 1969 also shows bold, clear doubling that can be seen without magnification. The S Mint mark. This coin bears the S Mint mark, meaning it was struck at the San Francisco Mint. But here's the twist: the S itself is not doubled, because mint marks were added separately. After the die was created. Lincoln's portrait. Look closely. The outline of Lincoln's face and coat may appear slightly thicker due to the doubling effect. Reverse back side. The reverse is normal. There's no doubling there. All the magic happens on the obverse, because this doubling is so strong and crisp, it's almost impossible to mistake it for mechanical or machine doubling, which looks flatter and less defined. If your 1969 S penny shows strong, distinct doubling, congratulations, you might just be holding one of the holy grails of American coin collecting, auction records and value explosion. Now let's talk about the part everyone's waiting for: the money. Just how much can a 1969 S double die error penny be worth? Well, hold on to your seat, because these numbers will blow your mind. In 1996, one example sold for $35,000 at auction. In 2008, another graded MS64RD, mint state, red, fetched over $85,000. In 2014, a specimen graded MS65RD sold for a jaw-dropping $40,000. Then in 2018, another coin hit the market and shattered expectations, selling for over $45,000 again, and in more recent auctions, high-grade examples have continued to sell for $30,000 to $50,000 depending on color, condition, and strike quality. But the rarest, flawless red gems could easily top $70,000, and experts believe that if a true MS67RD ever surfaced, it could approach or even exceed $1 million. That's right, a 1-cent coin worth nearly $1 million. And the best part, these coins were once in everyday circulation, meaning they could have been found in pocket change, a penny jar, or an old roll of cents from the bank. How to check your 1969 pennies? Now, here's the exciting part for all collectors watching: you can actually check your 1969 pennies to see if you have one of these ultra-rare treasures. Here's what you need to do: gather your 1969 pennies. Look specifically for those with the S mint mark below the date. Use magnification. Use a good magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe, at least 10x magnification, to examine the words. Check for strong doubling. If the letters and dates show thick, separated doubling, especially with rounded edges, you may have a real doubled die. Authenticate professionally. Don't guess. If it looks promising, send it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. They will confirm if it's genuine and assign a grade, which determines its market value. Even a lower grade example can fetch tens of thousands of dollars, while top condition coins bring hundreds of thousands. Conclusion: so there you have it, the 1969 S Double Die Lincoln Penny, a 1-cent coin that turned heads, shocked the mint, and made collectors rich beyond imagination. From a humble copper penny to a coin worth hundreds of thousands, even millions of dollars, this is a true treasure of American history. So next time you open an old penny roll, or check that change jar in your drawer, remember, one tiny coin could change your life forever. Have you ever wondered if a single penny in your change could be worth hundreds of thousands or even millions of dollars? Well, what if I told you that one of the rarest coins in American history is a 1964 SMS Lincoln penny that looks completely ordinary until you realize it's actually a secret special mint strike, or SMS coin worth a small fortune? You heard that right, this mysterious, and experts believe only a handful even exist. The background: the year 1964 was a turbulent time in American coinage history. The United States Mint was in full transition mode. Silver prices were rising fast, coin shortages were sweeping the nation, and the mint was preparing to switch from silver coins to copper-nickel compositions. At the center of this chaos was the Philadelphia Mint, which was producing billions of coins for circulation, including the familiar 1964 Lincoln cent made of 95% copper and 5% zinc, record-breaking auction values. Now let's talk about the part that blows everyone's mind: the value. When these coins first appeared on the market, no one quite knew what they were worth. But as collectors realized their rarity, prices exploded. In 2005, one 1964 SMS Lincoln penny graded SP67RD by PCGS sold for an astonishing $20,700. In 2008, another example graded SP68RD reached $32,200. By 2014, values had skyrocketed even higher, with one coin fetching over $45,000 at auction. And in more recent years, as awareness has grown, some experts have valued pristine specimens at $48,000 to $50,000 or more. But here's the real shocker: collectors believe that if one were ever found in SP69 or flawless condition, it could easily break $60,000 and possibly approach $1 million. Yes, a single penny, worth nearly $1 million, imagine finding one of these in an old collection or a forgotten roll of 1964 cents, the kind that's been sitting in your grandfather's drawer for 60 years. That's the dream every coin hunter lives for. Why it's so important to coin collectors. The 1964 SMS Lincoln penny isn't just valuable because it's rare. It's valuable because it shouldn't even exist. That it's a symbol of mystery, a glimpse into secret minting experiments from a pivotal time in U.S. coin history. Think about it, 1964 marked the final year before major coin design and metal composition changes. It's the year before SMS coinage officially began, and the last year many coins carried the old silver content. The 1964 SMS series, which includes pennies, nickels, dimes, quarters, and half dollars, represents the mint's bridge between the past and the future of coinage, and since only a few of each denomination were ever made, they're like the holy grail for serious collectors. For the Lincoln cent specifically, it's one of the most famous varieties ever discovered, right up there with the 1955 Doubled Die, the 1969 Doubled Die, and the 1943 copper cent. In fact, some experts argue that the 1964 SMS penny is even rarer than those legendary coins. How to identify and authenticate one? So, if you have a 1964 Lincoln penny and you're wondering if it could be one of these rare SMS examples, here's what to do. Check the finish. Look for that satin, smooth texture, not mirror-proof and not dull. Inspect the strike. Lincoln's hair and the lettering should be extremely sharp. Examine the rims. They should be squared off, not rounded. No mint mark. It must be from the Philadelphia Mint. No D or S present. Get it graded. Send it to a professional service like PCGS or NGC. They're the only ones who can officially authenticate an SMS coin, and remember, the difference between a regular 1964 penny and an SMS one can mean a jump from 1 cent to over $100,000, so it's always worth checking carefully and professionally. Conclusion: the 1964 SMS Lincoln penny is more than just a coin, it's a piece of hidden mint history, a symbol of mystery, and a treasure that slipped through the cracks of official record keeping, from a coin that was never meant to exist to one now valued in the hundreds of thousands, even millions of dollars. It proves that sometimes the smallest things, even a penny, can hold the biggest secrets.